Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. And 'tis the season, of course. Once again, it's a time for nothing really important except for Gaijin sales. There's nothing else going on. Nothing called Christmas or anything like that. No Santa. None of that. Just Gaijin sales. That's what you should, of course, put your focus on. I'm kidding, obviously. Merry Christmas, y'all. But I'm here to talk about some things that I would actually possibly recommend, and also a bit of a warning if you want to buy stuff the most, I put in quotes, optimal way. I guess, I don't know, optimally is maybe the way to look at it, based on how they do their sales intentionally. So I'm just going to tell you guys what I know about Gaijin sales in general. So first thing is, just so you know, they usually do this in a schedule. So Golden Eagle premiums, as well as SL vehicles. So any SL you would spend on buying a plane or a tank or anything is 50% off right now. Also, all Golden Eagle vehicles are 50% off. So this is much less expensive than it would be normally. Right, 50% off, and you can get those with GE. It's always cheaper to do it through the website, not through Steam. I'm a Steam player, just so you know. It's cheaper because Steam takes a larger cut. Um, and make sure you grab someone's creator code. I don't have one yet, unfortunately. So go look for like the European Canadian or Spookston. They have creator codes. Get 3% off. Other thing, what they always do to make the most money, because they are intelligent, is they do the GE premiums first, and then they do the pack sales. The reason they do that is because they'll do the pack sales after the 50% off GE thing goes away, so that they can get you to buy the GE premiums with money. So you actually have to spend money to get Golden Eagles. Then, when the packs come out, the packs come with Golden Eagles, right? So used to be they had it in reverse, so you could buy packs and then buy the 50% off things. So the money for your pack premiums, such as the Leopard 2, Panzer Battalion 123, what you get for that goes further. So they've actually stopped doing that, just so you know. It almost might be better just to wait to buy the packs 50% off if they do that, which will start apparently on the 26th, so the day after Christmas. Just warning you on that in advance. But if you do want to buy some things, there are some really, really good vehicles that are available for sale right now. Firstly, I'm going to be focusing on the 2S38. This thing will cost about something like less than 5,000 Golden Eagles, which on Steam is about $33. Again, cheaper on the website. 2S38 is wildly broken. This thing should probably be 11.3, yet it is 10.3. They've nerfed it a little bit by changing how the autoloader works, making it a bit easier to hit and do damage to, and also adding all these components that can be damaged and disable the tank. But for the most part, this thing is still broken. It's probably one of the best anti-airs in the game. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the rounds it can carry, you have these high explosive variable time fuse shells. It has a track IRST, so any plane within 10 kilometers you can lock onto, and it'll give you a lead indicator. And so your rounds can explode right next to the target, and it is just really, really good at taking out planes. Like, you'd be surprised how good it is at taking out planes and helicopters. Um, and so you can do that. And then on top of that, you have a dart round that you can fire super quickly, one every zero point 0.5 seconds. This dart, with 225 millimeters of penetration at point blank range, can pen the front of an Abrams at over 100 meters. So you have the SEP V2, a 12.0 vehicle. The armor protection may or may not show this. Dart round, yeah, right there. See, penetration possible right through the dead center of the tank. If you shoot it just right, or shoot it more than once, it will kill the entire turret crew through front armor, which is absolutely ridiculous. And there's nothing an Abrams can do about it either. That's the funny part. So that tank is wildly overpowered. Cannot recommend it enough. I would grab it. Almost in the same regard, the T80U. This thing is made of all the stellinium you could ever imagine. If you shoot it with a NATO tank anywhere that's like here or here, your round just kind of despawns. The gun is really, really good. It's 125 millimeters with high amounts of penetration on this, and you can carry an ATGM. So you could easily up tier this if you wanted to. You probably wouldn't even need the ATGM. I wouldn't use it, but lots of people do. Um, and yeah, probably wildly overpowered. I would recommend that. Very, very good vehicle. Um, what else can you buy for GE though? Currently, you can get the M1 128, which is a striker with a 105 millimeter gun. I actually really like the Tech Tree variant. I've almost spaded it. I've played a huge amount with this thing. I love it. It's identical to the Tech Tree variant, except it has this cool camo net on it, and so which isn't visible since I don't own it. That's kind of lame, but it has a cool camo net, as you can see on the card there. And it does make it a little bit harder to see. So there you go. And it has premium bonuses, so it helps you research everything there. That's good. I bought this plane a while ago. I like it, ironically, for ground realistic, not air realistic. It has afterburners at 7.0, which means you're like way faster than everything else. Um, and you can burst people and fly away, which is kind of fun. It has a huge amount of ammo, 1,200 rounds with 20 millimeter autocannons. And you can use these rounds, even though they have low penetration, to kill lots of light armored vehicles that you'll see at 7.0. So I would recommend the F89 as well. Pretty fun little vehicle. They got rid of the F89B though, which just had rockets. It's interesting. If you're in the market for a mid-tier, high-tier German helicopter, I bought this recently, the Mi-24P. It's a little helicopter. It has okay ATGMs that work. It has a 30 millimeter gun that is front mounted, does not turn. You have to aim your helicopter to hit people. But it's actually really good if you hit them. Has a bunch of rockets, and it can carry R60 MKs of all things. You see this right here, so you can actually shoot down planes with it. With some degree of success, and I haven't killed too many things with it. The ATGMs, though, as I said, they're okay. 5 kilometer firing range, that's the maximum. They will explode if you try to shoot someone from, say, 5.5 kilometers away. They'll just explode in midair, which is really frustrating. And the rockets are pretty good. They're just, helicopter rockets. And you can put some gun pods on it for extra burst. And you can carry 500-pound bombs, which are good. And they're fun for helicopter PvE. So I like this helicopter, and this would be probably about 5,000 GE as well. So another two planes, one that I'm probably going to buy myself, and another that I won't. But two things that I've seen that are really, really good. The Su-11 is kind of like the Russian equivalent of the F-89B that I mentioned earlier. If you're trying to grind Silver Lions, such as for, I don't know, the gambling chests over here, um, these planes are absolutely insane. The MiG-15, for instance, the one I would purchase, in my opinion, the one I'm going to get actually, this thing not only has a weird ground ordnance that they added in, these cool little rockets that do a lot of damage, but also this plane has like literally identical flight characteristics to this MiG-15. So not even the MiG-15 bis down here. It's like this one's technically better, but it's like I think 1 or 3% flight performance difference between this plane and this plane, and it's the same BR, same guns, same BR, absolutely insane turn rate. Really, really quick. It's subsonic, but it's super quick. And of course, if you're playing this thing at 8.0 in air realistic, you're still going to be like the dominant player in the match. It's not like you're gonna, you're not gonna suffer with this plane. You'll be able to even hunt bombers likely. And then if you do carry the close air support, these rockets, I have been obliterated by them a few times. You get help using them because they have a lot of explosive filler, but also the pilot gets CCIP for said rockets with this plane, with only this plane. So this plane is kind of unique, kind of cool. Has really, really effective cannons as well. Like if you tag anything with one of these two cannons, you're going to like disassemble their plane. So if you tag someone, they die. So I would recommend this thing as well. I'm going to probably get this myself. And then the Su-11 should be also BR'd up a little bit. This thing is like, as I said, it's a better F-89. It does not have afterburners, but it is really, really quick, extremely good turn rate for the BR. And being 7.3 means you're at the same BR as, like, I think the B-29, which is absurd to me, by the way. Or I know the Tu-4 is 8.0. Am I wrong on that? Okay, yeah, the B-29 is 7.0, which is ridiculously over BR'd, but that means you can spawn in the same game consistently as the B-29 strategic bomber, which there is nothing a strategic bomber can do against either the F-89 or the Su-11. You just kind of get shot down. So yeah, there's that. I would recommend this plane and this plane, but I would focus on this plane. That's what I'm going to get. Next two ones are for Germany. I know I've been hopping around a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. Germany, they just added the Tiger Pack, which is kind of cool. The Ostwest and the Ostwind here, and to go with that, and also happens to be a higher rank, is this, which is the Porsche Tiger. The one that actually caught fire. The Porsche Tiger is at 5.7, so you're at the same BR as all of these other tanks. It's another premium, so you can make a lot of SL with it. I've used it a huge amount. And the armor, I mean, the armor's a little bit less good than the other Tigers. Like, for instance, like right here is a definite weak spot. If you try to angle this Tiger like the other Tigers, someone can just shoot you here. I'm pretty sure even like a Sherman can just shoot you right through that and you die. But the reverse speed is really, really good. This thing is extremely fast. Yeah, reverse speed is almost as fast as its forward speed, which is kind of awesome. And the cannon, of course, same good gun, same Tiger gun. So that's really, really good. And to pair with the Tiger, you can buy this as well if you're looking to get like a lineup. The um, Doe 335 B2. This is a really good strike plane. You can carry two 250-pound bombs and a 500. The way that works is you have 250, 250, and then inside a bomb bay, inside the vehicle, there is a 500. I usually switch to using weapon selection, the 500-pound bomb, and drop that first, just to make sure I get the first dive kill. And then it costs a lot of spawn points, but if you select the armored targets belt on the 30 millimeter and the 20 millimeter, but mainly the 30 millimeter, you can shoot Shermans through the tops, so and you can kill them. So at 5.7, this is the 5.7 Sherman. If you dive on the Sherman from like this kind of angle, with the plane, the 30 millimeter, actually the non-expensive 30 millimeter belt will actually pen it too. The 58 millimeter pen belt will also pen the Sherman. Um, so there you go. So you can very effectively take out Shermans from the top. Just a couple of rounds into it will kill it. Definitely, like 1 or 2 rounds will take out the engine, though. So if you're trying to save a point, you can do that easily. But the really, really good belts can even pen the sides if you're actually flying head on, like side on to the person. You can pen the sides of the Sherman, but you're not going to pen the front. So remember, you're going to have to hit it from the top. So I just think that's kind of cool. That's unique. It's fun. Um, and you can do that. Of course, also remember open tops exist as well. These things are made of paper from the top, and so yeah. The Doe is a really fun vehicle to go hunting with, and I recommend that. And the same way, actually, on the U.S. side, there's the A2D1. The A2D1 is also really good. I've been killed by this thing numerous times, and I've seen teammates get unbelievable streaks with this thing. You can carry a 4,000-pound bomb, I think. Yeah, 4,000 pound, which is absolutely wild. That'll clear an entire zone. And so, yeah, this thing's also really, really good. And another German vehicle that's really, really good, I actually really like this thing a lot, is the Term 3. You can see this here. It's 8.3 BR, rank 5, which means you can research most of the tech tree if you want to skip things, which I really don't know why you would. Tiger 2 and the Tiger 1 are pretty fun. But and so is the Leopard 1, honestly. But if you want to research stuff quickly, The Term 3 is really good, but also it's just a very fun vehicle. You get a really good 105 millimeter gun that has heat rounds, so you can take this up to pretty much top tier, in my opinion, with 400 millimeters of heat. The armor doesn't really exist, but the heat round is really good. The Mainly I just use the DM13, which is a no fin sabot round. These rounds can shatter sometimes if you hit the wrong part of the tank, but for the most part, it will penetrate a lot of just about anything. You can take out consistently stuff like lower front plates of T55s, that kind of thing that you would see very easily. And as I said, you could up tier this. You could take this up to probably 10.0. Also, the autocannon you get with it, it comes with this big boy, big chunky autocannon. This big chunky autocannon has 53 millimeters of pen at point blank range, closer to in normal engagement range, about 40. But that means that the front of BMPs, for instance, you can pen stuff like a BMP-1. If you shoot the autocannon at this or this part of the BMP, it'll go through any part of the side armor and you'll kill it. BTR-80, just shoot it from anywhere, the thing dies. Really, really good autocannon. It also can be used to take down helicopters and even planes, but that's a little bit harder to do because it is a coaxial, which means it's stuck to the gun. It's not like this, where this is a completely freely rotating turret. But also, that's kind of cool because this is a freely rotating turret. So the little machine gun is kind of fun as well. It also looks cool. Um, but yeah, this thing is a really, really fun vehicle. I like it a lot. I also carry some Hesh shells with me, by the way. I carry like 3 of them because Hesh shells can actually, you hit, like, say you can only see the engine deck. If you hit it just right, you could still overpressure the tank. So Hesh shells are useful too. One last thing that's also kind of awesome. I'm probably not going to get this, but the British have a top tier tank that you can purchase for GE, the Challenger 2 OES. It's really slow, but it has pretty darn good armor, about 4,810 GE. This thing is super heavy, but it is a Challenger 2. It is a premium Challenger 2, which means you can research everything. It's at 11.7, so you're at absolute top tier, which may be a blessing and a curse. You have a really, really darn good round here, the L27, which it said here pens 564 millimeters point blank range. So pretty much anything except for like the absolute strongest armor of a Soviet MBT or an Abrams, which you're not going to be aiming for anyway. The armor's pretty good, except of course in the Abrams weak spot, which is right below the barrel. And in theory, you could probably pen it down here with like a T80 or an Abrams. It has side ERA, which means that if it gets hit by a rocket, you're not going to take any damage really. And it has slat armor over here, which should help with heat rounds. And yes, slat armor does actually work in War Thunder. I have proven that with other vehicles where the slat armor has saved me from heat shells. So that's pretty cool. And it, of course, gets thermals because it is a top tier vehicle. I don't know what generation thermals they are, but they should be generation 2 or 3. Unlike some of the Abrams and stuff, which have Gen 1 thermals for some dumb reason. So this would be a really fun one to pick up. Just make sure you're not one death leaving it. At least bring, like, a Spitfire or something to help get shot down by Pantsers. So, all right, I think that's everything for me for today. Just as a TLDR, you got to the end, so probably too long. Did listen. 2S38 is the answer. The answer for what you're going to waste money on and spend your open your wallet is the 2S38. Yes, this is snail propaganda. The 2S38 is broken. You should probably get it. It's ridiculous, honestly. So I recommend it. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed or you want to see more videos like this, I make videos on sales all the time. I also plan to spend some of my SL, a lot, actually all of my SL, on these stupid snow globe things. And so if you want to see me open those, be sure to follow. And I will be streaming when the event actually starts, the winter grinding events. There's a Chinese T80UD and a something else for France gets like a little plane, and then there's another top tier jet. Oh, it's an Israeli top tier jet. That's right. There are three planes that are coming in, and the three vehicles coming in, and a boat. I don't really care about the boats, but I'm going to be doing the plane and the tank for sure. If you want to see me stream that, be sure to follow me, Bean Turtle 977. Even though you can subscribe at the bottom of the video. So I hope to see you there, and I hope this helped. And of course, Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy the season. Be with your family. Don't just grind War Thunder, even though the snail does need its due. Yeah, have a good day. Peace.